Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Matt back here with another video. You might be saying, Matt, you might be losing your touch here, man. You accidentally left a light in the background. I don't know how you didn't notice that. And to that I say, actually, no, don't worry. That's intentional. This light's here for a reason. I'm actually reviewing this. This is the Falcon APARO RADI-12 Air 100 watt bicolor inflatable LED light panel. Something along those lines. That is the title for this light. I guess they don't specialize so much in naming the lights as actually creating the lights. But this light is actually very interesting to say the least. It's inflatable. It's the only light I've used that has a weird mixture of like this really weird thing about it that it comes with a pump and you pump it up, you inflate it. But at the same time, even though that seems really weird and gimmicky, it has really professional, usability. It has really professional cords that lock in so they can't just pull out. It has DC power and like legitimate things that, industry standard cords and plugs. But the big thing that struck me with this light is that it comes with a really nice carrying case. I'll get some B-roll of this. It has basically like a big blue suitcase. I think it comes in black as well, but mine came in blue. And in this suitcase, you can fit everything to do with this light. The light itself, which includes the inflatable part, and the softbox, which is built into the inflatable part. The grid fits in there. The control panel / power box fits in there, which is actually really big for this light. I thought the whole point of this was to be really light and portable. This control box right here is actually really big and heavy, so it kind of counteracts the lightness and portability factor that this light has. The power box has its own attachment to fix to a stand, and then it has its own cord that plugs into the light. And it's actually kind of nice in a way, even though the power box is really big and heavy on this light. It's nice that it's separate from the light because there is an optional extension cord that can go from the power box to the light itself. And this was actually really useful when I was using it on the film set that I was talking about earlier. We were using this as an upstage hair light, upstage key, something like that. This light was basically on the ceiling, and the reason we chose this is because it was super light. It's inflatable. Nature was really good for that. So we put it on a C-stand and we put it all the way up, basically, up against the ceiling. And I actually have a photo of one of our production assistants standing underneath it. For that use case specifically, it was actually really nice to have the extension cord between the control panel and the light itself because the panel was so much farther away from the light in that situation. So I guess there's pros and cons to having the control panel on the light itself versus having it on a separate box, even if the box is big and heavy. There are positives to that as well. Another thing that's really cool is you have the ability to power the light through AC power, aka plugging it into the wall, or you can power it with a Sony V-mount battery if you want it to be more of a portable setup. You can either hook it the way I have it, or you can hook it onto the stand clamp on the side, and then in the place where I have it hooked on now, that's where you put on the Sony V-mount battery. The control box would be on the stand sideways in that situation. And then the light could actually be completely portable. You're not strained or tethered to a plug in a wall somewhere. So this would be great for maybe shooting outside at night or for some sort of music video where you need a portable light. It's relatively bright. 100 watts is nothing to turn your nose up at. I started with these square LED light panels that I believe were like 30 or 60 watts. And, that was all I had at the time. And this is, significantly brighter than that. In a pinch, you could probably use this as your main light, but I would say, especially for me who owns some bigger, more powerful lights, this really fits in my studio, shooting videos like this as a fill light, or like this for this specific situation where I have it on screen. It also works as a backlight, or like I did in the film, if you want to fix it up above, you can use it as a hair light. I do want to start doing that in the studio here. I just don't own a C-stand personally, but once I do, I will start fixing this light up above me right out of frame as a hair light. But unfortunately, I don't have a stand that can do that at the moment. But the fact that this light is so lightweight because it is inflatable, you can do interesting things like that. Even if you don't have the most heavy-duty stands, you can fix it up high. You could do different things with it that you can't do with lights that have some more weight to them. Of course, another great feature that I'm using right now with this light is that it has bicolor capabilities. I think there's also an RGB version of this light, but as with all RGB lights, I think you give up a little bit of luminance value, a little bit of brightness for that ability to change the colors. So the bicolor version here, I believe is brighter than the RGB version would be. You have the ability to go from anywhere between 3000 Kelvin and 5600 Kelvin. Right now I have it on 3000 Kelvin. I guess I'll go through all the way to the 5600. So 5600 is like daylight color temperature. That would be matching this light right here. So right now, these are the same color temperature. My key light is a daylight balance. 5600 is daylight balance. That is the coolest color temperature that this light has. This going to 5600 is fine. I usually am never filming in like 6000 Kelvin or some really cold color temperature like that. Usually if I'm going for a cold color temperature, it will actually be a blue tinted light rather than just a really cold light. Anyway, I like having some mixed lighting, so I'm gonna put this back on 3000 Kelvin. I like the look of this a little bit better. As I mentioned earlier, this light being inflatable, it is a little odd. Some people working on the film with me thought, I mean, they were just entertained. They didn't think it was unprofessional or anything. I mean, I'm dealing with other college students, most of which don't have the access to the kind of equipment that I have. I'm very fortunate to have this channel where companies are sending me gear, really cool stuff to test out and use and keep. But anyway, because of that and having this channel and this opportunity, I get to use a lot of cool gear. And like I said, the people that I was working with on the film thought this was really entertaining. The fact that I literally had a pump, I had to pump this light up. It is a little odd, but I think it's just unorthodox, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. There's pros and cons to everything, and these people making a choice to make this inflatable does a couple things. It allows the softbox and the light itself to be really easy and fast to set up. It takes 30 seconds to pump it up with the included pump, and it also allows them to save some space. So, you know, the softbox can get a little bit smaller to pack into the suitcase a little bit easier. And it is also lighter, like I said, so you can do some different things with this light that you can't with other lights. The built-in softbox is obviously nice. It's better than just the harsh. What this actually is just a panel of LEDs, which is actually super flexible. And then it has the inflatable part in between, and then a white part over it, which is the softbox. And then over top of that, I have the grid right now, which makes the light a little bit more directional. It's nice that all these different things are included so you can modify the light. The fact that, you know, you can either have it as a rectangle with soft light, or you can make it a little bit more directional. Like, that's all I'm really gonna need from it. Like I said, I use it as a fill light. I think that's really the best purpose that it can serve. And with that, I mean, this is really all you need. If you have a grid, if you have a softbox, you have the ability to change the color temperatures a little bit to match maybe some room lighting. I mean, this light is killer. It's really actually pretty great, I gotta say. Overall, I really do like this light. A big plus for me is the included carrying case. You're able to fit everything to do with this light that you really need other than the stand. You can fit the softbox, the grid, the actual light itself, the fixture to put it on a stand, the control box, the cords. They're really long power cords, so you're not, you know, limited. So like some lights, like my key light here, it's really nice and bright, but the power cord is not that long. I'd have to use an extension cord unless I'm, you know, I'm working in a smaller tight-knit situation like I am right now. So, you know, this comes with a lot of great things. The only thing, like I said, is you have to provide a stand to put the light on. I love my equipment having its own dedicated case, and whatever it's included with the equipment, that really ups the value for me personally. So yes, I really like this Falcon Eyes inflatable light. It's weird and it's cool, okay? I like it. And I would recommend it if you're looking for just a good fill light that can, you know, fill for maybe some more niche purposes, or, you know, you just need a small light that can do the things that this light can do. I already went over the things that it can do. If it sounds like something that would be interesting to you, I would recommend it. I would say it's a high quality light, and I would say to check it out. Thank you to Falcon Eyes for reaching out to me with this opportunity to review their light. I very much appreciate it. I would like to review more of your products in the future because this is actually very high quality and I'm glad I accepted it. So leave a like if you enjoyed this video, if it was helpful to you as a viewer. Leave a comment down below. What has your experience with Falcon Eyes been in the past? Have you used this product in particular and what do you think about it? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And that's all I gotta say, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.